Hi guys, sorry for the late night videos. I haven't been feeling so hot these last couple weeks, so I'm just trying to get back to my normal self. But I wanted to share something that I experienced over this past weekend that kind of got me thinking about some things and just sort of realizing how important it is to step up to the plate when, especially when you're really not in the mood or trying to do things. I had two cases. One is I had the weekend before Thanksgiving weekend, I had a renter book one of my cars, and for some reason, I don't know what happened, but my pricing was way off for the car. It was my BMW X4, and for some reason, it was priced out at, I think it was like $15 or $19 per day on the weekend. Might have been an error on my part. I really don't know, but of course, that was a pretty prime weekend, so I had to sadly cancel on the renter, and I felt so bad. So of course I very nicely apologized to the renter. I told him that there was an error in pricing and that he was more than welcome to book the car at the normal pricing, and then along with that I sent him a list of all my cars. I told him that he's welcome to any of them if he finds one that fits in a better price range for him. Sure enough, he ended up booking my Jeep for 3 months later, or well, that would be about 2 months later because he just picked it up this past weekend. So I was able to save that renter instead of just canceling on him and not offering him anything else. Turns out he ends up being an awesome renter, rented the car with his family. He had two little girls. They used to have a Jeep, so this is very nostalgic for them, and it got him to actually go and purchase another Jeep. So he was super excited, and then he already booked his next trip with one of my cars. So I was so glad that I made sort of the extra effort to save that rental and ended up picking up a great renter and a repeat customer. And I had this happen to me twice. So also on Saturday, I had my calendar blocked off from 5 p.m. onwards because I had an event that I had to attend and I wasn't going to be available. I had a renter who had previously booked my Polaris, I think for maybe 3 or 4 weeks prior to this past weekend, and he ended up canceling his trip because plans had changed. And so he sent me a message from his previous booking saying that he wanted to book the Polaris for that day and that he could come right away and pick it up, but he wasn't able to book it because it showed that I wasn't available. And it was one of those days, where it's such a long day. I had back to back to back to back rentals. I was exhausted. It was an early morning, and then I had to get ready to go attend this event that was in LA. And so there was a lot going on, and the last thing I wanted to do was one more rental on the Polaris at that. It was just, I was not feeling it. And I was already getting late to the event that I had to attend, but then I felt bad. So I was like, okay, the car's available. I might as well just make the extra money and just accommodate this guy. Hopefully he can get here quick enough so that I can leave to where I needed to be. And so sure enough, I told him to go ahead and book. I adjusted my settings. He was able to book. He got to me in like 20 minutes. Ended up being a phenomenal renter for my Polaris. Just one of those people who is super respectful and really went above and beyond to let me know that, he was taking really good care of my car. And then him as well, he ended up planning another trip with one of my cars. So it was a really good reminder for myself to really push myself to do the things that I don't want to do, because that's usually when you see the best results. And just going forward in this year, I'm really going to sort of be more attentive to that aspect of things. And also for you guys, it's so easy to just sort of want to take a break and turn things off and maybe not get back to a message. And somebody a long time ago told me that the one thing that kills deals or sales is time. The more time that passes, time kills deals. And that kind of always stuck with me, and I think that it totally pertains to doing Turo and sort of getting back to people, especially when they have comments. If they're reaching out to you through Instagram or social media about booking one of your cars and they have questions, you want to get back to them as quickly as possible, because the faster that you can get to them, the more likely they are to book with you, and then that equals a sale for you. So just something that I experienced that I thought would be some good insight for you guys. I ended up getting 2 stellar reviews from both of these people. You can check out my profile to see those reviews that I got from this past weekend. And so it was all in all 2 phenomenal transactions that I was so glad that I made the extra effort to do. And now I'm really going to catch myself when I wuss out and don't put in the extra time or effort to really answer questions or get back to people in a timely manner. So yeah, just stay on top of it, and especially push through when you don't want to. It'll always yield in a better result than not doing anything. All right, guys, as always, thanks for watching. I have a lot of videos in the pipeline that I want to put out. I'm just trying to get better, get my mind right. Just been feeling kind of sick in the last couple of weeks, so just kind of recovering from a cold. And once I am better, I will get a lot of these videos out to you guys for this year, some exciting stuff. Other than that, have a great rest of your night, guys, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.